CNN. With outbreak war Israel. President Joe Biden grappling with conflicts in two parts of the world at a time when he is paralyzed. Washington and polarization increasing over direction America's involvement abroad. This moment is the kind of global crisis Biden has promised voters he is uniquely prepared to confront, especially compared to his predecessor. Spending nearly 50 years close to the American foreign policy establishment gives Biden a perspective shared by few in Washington. But it is also an important test of his ability to build alliances behind American leadership at home and abroad. All the while dysfunction in Washington undermines some of its authority and rival world powers vie for influence. Biden vowed just hours after Hamas attack on Saturday that his administration's support for Israel's security was rock solid and unwavering. During a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday, Biden said aid was on the way and additional aid would arrive soon. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced Sunday that a U.S. aircraft carrier strike group is heading to the eastern Mediterranean as a deterrence posture. In his statement, Austin also stated that the USA will quickly provide additional equipment and resources to the Israeli Defense Forces and noted that these decisions were made after detailed discussions with President Biden. Still, meeting Israel's request for additional support is not a simple undertaking for Biden. As the war in Ukraine enters its second year and with no end in sight, recent polls have shown American public support for providing more weapons to Ukraine is beginning to wane. A Ipsos poll conducted earlier this month showed that 41% of respondents agreed with the statement that Washington should supply arms to Ukraine. This rate decreased compared to 46% in May. Before Saturday's stunning attack on Israel, the White House was already grappling with how direct additional funds Ukraine through a divided Congress after hardline Republicans managed rollback billions of dollars in aid Ukraine from the government funding bill. And emergency in Israel comes as the House is in a state paralysis following last week's historic ouster of Kevin McCarthy in his legally uncharted territory due to absence an elected speaker. Aid Israel will likely be a different proposition than aid to Ukraine. And there was widespread bipartisan condemnation of the Hamas attack on Saturday among lawmakers, including those Biden's left who sometimes take divergent views toward Israel. An official said Israel's possible requests from the United States would include additional interceptors for the Iron Dome missile defense system. But the same forms of resistance on Capitol Hill will continue to confront Biden if his administration pursues a new aid package for Israel. I look at the world and all the threats out there, and what message do we send to our enemies when we can't govern? When we are